Hi there, in this tutorial we're going to be looking at creating a basic leg and foot setup for a humanoid character. So I've got my new scene here, open and ready to go, and the first thing we're going to need are some joints, which can be found in the animation tab. I just click on the animation tab here and click on the joint tool. Now if we start clicking away here, we're going to get joints all over the shop and it's going to get rather messy. So I'm just going to undo all those. So by hitting spacebar, we'll bring up our orthographic views, which are more straightforward to work with and much cleaner. So that's what we're going to be doing. Now if we click and hold on side view, this will be pretty much where the pelvis of the character will be. Then if we come across to the front view and click out here, and that will pretty much be creating the hip. Now if we go back to the side, I'm just going to hit spacebar to maximize this view and then click and drag, and I think the knee we'll put it about there, and then we'll go ahead and make the ankle here, and then we're creating the ball of the foot, and then finally the toe. I'm going to go ahead and hit enter, and that will finalize the tool, and so that if I click I won't start making extra bones everywhere. So I'm going to come back to my perspective view, and this is our nice little joint chain here. Now just to make sure that we don't start getting lost, I'm going to go ahead and name each of these. So this I'm going to name hip. This leg here I'm going to call it left thigh. And by hitting the up and down keys, you will actually walk between the parents and children in a hierarchy. And so by hitting up, you'll go to the parent. By hitting down, you'll go to the child. So we're at the left thigh at the moment. I'm going to hit down and then call this left knee. Hit enter. Going to go down and call this joint here left ankle. Enter. Go down to the left toe, enter, left toe, tip. Now that's our basic joints all named and set up. It's good to keep to a strong naming convention, and I like to make sure that I've got left as a prefix to the names if they're on the left hand side, because that comes in handy particularly when you want to be mirroring your joints. So what I'm going to do is double click on that, and what this will do is it's going to mirror the joints across, but what I can say is find, in these names that we've already created, I'm going to say find left. I'm going to say replace with right. And so if I click apply, you'll see that the joints have been mirrored. The only problem is I've actually got the reflection in the wrong axis. So by default, Maya will reflect on the XY axis. So the best way to find out how things work in Maya is to just click around and try things out. So we're going to undo that. If we click on the YZ and hit mirror, we'll find that that's actually mirrored over to the side that we want. And now if you have a look over here and hit the up and down key, you'll notice that everything is already correctly named for you. So this will actually just cut your workload in half if you name things correctly. Okay, so we've got our joints created here. We've got our left and our right hand side, and what we want to be doing is creating an IK handle. So this is your IK handle button over here. We can click on it to get the tool up and working, or we can double click on it to bring up the tool settings. Now click the reset tool button. You'll notice that it starts off as the SC solver by default, but we want it to be the RP solver, which stands for rotate plane. And so we're going to click on the top of the thigh joint and down to the ankle. And now what you see it's created is this is the IK handle, and then this is the plane that it's talking about. So that will just determine which direction everything is pointing. Now this is great because instead of what we have on the left-hand side, where you have to rotate each joint, on the right-hand side, sorry, we have to rotate each joint individually. What we can do is grab this IK handle here, go to our transform tool, and we can just pick that up and move the leg as we want it, and it will automatically adjust the thigh and the knee joints to where they need to be to have this in the right position. And this becomes very useful once you have your character walking on the ground and needing to control where the actual contact point of the foot on the ground. So, but I'm just going to hit Control Z to undo those last couple of commands so that everything is down on the ground. So what I'm going to do is just quickly set up this same rotate plane on the right hand side, and after this I'm going to take a quick break and come back and show you how to set up the feet.